Mom Hacks, episode number 47. My name is Krista, and I'm your host. It's December 27th, 2023, and it's hard to believe we are in the home stretch of this year. Just a few more days, and we will be ringing in 2024. I hope you and yours have had a lovely holiday season and are doing well as we look ahead to celebrating January 1st, 2024. So, as we find ourselves standing at the threshold of a new year, it's only fitting to pause, reflect, and cast a hopeful gaze toward the future. So, today's episode is all about embracing the wisdom gained from the past and channeling that energy into a purposeful and exciting future. We're not diving into this reflection alone, though. I mean, today is a solo episode, but I have gleaned some inspiration from the brilliant mind of Gretchen Rubin, who is a mom, author of several books, including The Happiness Project, and she is the co host, along with her sister, of the Happier podcast. As I was listening to Happier last year, I loved that Gretchen and her sister shared their 22 in 22 at the end of 2022, and then their 23 in 23 at the top of this year. And what I loved about this concept is that this isn't just a list of resolutions. We've all been there, done that, got the t shirt with resolutions, right? This whole 23 and 23 concept, it's a roadmap for the soul, a guide for intentional living that weaves together dreams, aspirations, and the small joys that make life extraordinary. So, we're going to dive deeper into this concept, and I'm even going to share my own 23 in 23 and talk about what I checked off, what I didn't, and share a little preview of what my 24 and 24 may look like. Before we get into that, though, I just want to say thanks for tuning in, Mama. I started this podcast because babies don't come with instructions. As of this recording, I'm chasing around a 5-year-old that no amount of Googling, mom groups, or books were able to prepare me for. There's a lot of stuff people don't talk about when it comes to pre pregnancy, during pregnancy, and postpartum. And as someone who was previously terrified of all of the above, I'm here to help you pull the curtain back on all of it. And every now and then, it may get a little messy. We may share a little TMI, but that's why you're here, right? My goal is you'll leave every episode feeling refreshed, inspired, and hopeful, knowing you're not on this mom journey alone. Now, there's a lot of subject matter to cover when it comes to mom life, and we are covering it all. So, let's talk about the 23 in 23. Before we dive deeper into Gretchen Rubin's transformative concept, let's set the stage. We're standing on the precipice of this new year, and it's not just about leaping forward. It's also about looking back, reflecting on the tapestry of experiences that defined this past year. Reflection isn't just a passing glance in the rearview mirror, it's a deliberate act, a pause to acknowledge the challenges we faced and the triumphs that left their mark. The past year has been a mosaic of highs and lows, a journey we've collectively undertaken. Why is this reflection important? Because it's in these moments of introspection that we find the seeds of growth. It's easy to speed through life without taking stock, but intentional reflection allows us to distill wisdom from those experiences. Now, let's be real. The past year has had its share of challenges, from navigating the uncertainties of the world to confronting personal struggles. We've all faced a myriad of obstacles. Yet, in the midst of challenges, there were triumphs, small victories, unexpected joys, and moments of resilience that deserve recognition. This intentional reflection isn't about dwelling on what went wrong. It's about understanding what went right, where we stumbled, and how those experiences shaped us. It's a crucial step in the journey of personal growth. Now, before we delve into the nitty gritty of my own reflections and aspirations, let's take a quick moment to explore the mind behind the inspiration, Gretchen Rubin. Known for her insightful work in happiness and habit formation, Gretchen has a way of distilling complex ideas into practical strategies for a more fulfilling life. This 23 and 23 concept goes beyond the cliches of lose weight or exercise more. It's about setting intentions that resonate with your core desires, aspirations that align with the person you want to be. It's like crafting a personal compass guiding you toward a purposeful and intentional life. Think about it, 23 intentions for the next 12 months, or 24 rather, as we look ahead to 2024. This is not about overwhelming ourselves. It's about creating a mosaic of purpose and direction. So, as we move forward in this episode, consider what your 24 intentions might look like. They can be big or small, professional or personal. The key is that they reflect the unique tapestry of your aspirations. Okay, so we've set the stage. Let's turn our gaze inward. I invite you to join in this moment of reflection. Think back to the past year. What were your achievements, big or small, that made your heart swell with pride? Reflecting on personal achievements is a powerful exercise. It's not about bragging or comparing, it's about acknowledging your unique journey. So take a moment. What made you smile, feel accomplished, or even surprised yourself? Okay. I guess it's time for me to go over my 23 and 23 with you. So I've put together this list of 23 things that I was hopeful for checking off this year. And so here we are, this last week of the year. I'm proud to share that out of the 23 things that I put on this list, I checked off 12 of them, or maybe about 12 and a half, as you'll see as I go through. But anyway, I'm going to go through my list as quick as I can, and I'll share a little bit of commentary about each one, whether I accomplished it or not, and so on. So the first thing is I wanted to create a monthly content calendar for my blog and podcast. And I did that. Woohoo! Check mark. Gold star. Okay. The second thing I wanted to do was to organize, I was calling it a moms and mimosas for the spring. This really could have been just about any month. My goal was really to just get some moms together locally for just to get together for fun, whether it's moms and mimosas or some type of brunch event with other moms, but just a time of camaraderie, just have fun, having somebody else watching the kiddos, and just moms spending time together. I did not get that one done, but I think that one's probably going to go on my 24 and 24 list. The third item on my list was to take new headshots, which I did. And I'm so happy with them. I have a dear friend here locally who is an incredible photographer. She took my photos back in September. And quite frankly, by the time this episode airs, I may have decided to just go on and update my socials and my website and everything with my amazing new headshots. If I have not done that by the time this episode is out, then I will certainly be doing it at the very beginning of January. One thing at a time. The only thing holding me back is me. And the headshots, I love, love, love them, and I cannot wait to share them with you all. Okay, the fourth thing on my list was to clean and organize my office. So I don't know about you, if you all have a spot in your home that becomes just kind of the catch all of everything. But when we moved into our house, my office became that room, and it was like, oh, we're cleaning the house and I don't know where to put these five things. Oh, just put them in Krista's office and we'll deal with them later. And my office just became what I felt like was a trash heap. And it was really bad. And so, really happy that back in the summer, I managed to clean and organize my office, and it's very zen now. Not only do I work in my office, but I also work out in my office, which is great. I've got plenty of space to do that and lay my exercise mat out and my weights and yoga blocks and all of that. And just very thankful that my office is clean. Woohoo! Gold star for that one. Okay, number 5 is to print photos for our hallway and up the stairs. Now, this is the one that I said is kind of like, I feel like I should get a half point because we've somewhat done this. Within the last 12 months, we have printed some family photos. Actually, I need to give my husband credit there because he printed some photos for me for Mother's Day. And we have our entryway hallway decorated with photos now. So now we need to decorate the stairs with photos. So this kind of halfway because I said print photos for hallway slash stairs. So anyway, that one's halfway done. 2024, that one's definitely going to be on this next year's list because I love just continuing to settle into our home and make this space ours and personalize it. So, okay. Number 6 on my list was to host neighbors for potluck or backyard gathering. That one has not happened yet. So, likely going to go on my list of 24 things for next year. We enjoy our neighbors. We love the neighborhood we're living in. And there's really no excuse. Again, the only thing that's holding us back from this one is ourselves. But I am hopeful that we will do that in 2024. Okay, number 7 was to read 6 books. Woohoo! Gold star there. And I even started off the year strong because I read like 3 or 4 books at the top of the new year and then managed to read a few more uh, by the time 2023 went by. But I am such a reader. I love books. However, as I've gotten older, for whatever reason, I always find something else to do, something else to fill that time with when I could be reading. So I'm really proud of myself that I did read 6 books. And I think that's definitely one I'm going to move on over into 2024. Maybe I can up it a little bit. Maybe I'll read 8 books instead of 6. We'll see. Okay, speaking of number 8 on my list was to publish 24 blog posts and podcast episodes. So if you heard at the top of this episode, this is episode number 47. So I have almost doubled what I initially set out to do. I said that I wanted to do 24. Doubling that would make it 48. And this is episode 47. So, not too bad. And every one of my episodes has a corresponding blog post. If you go over to secretmomhacks.com, you can see every episode I've released. So, I've published well over 24 blog posts and podcast episodes. This is episode 47 over on my blog. I know I've published even more posts on my blog than that. So happy for the check mark on number 8 of my list. Okay. Number 9 was to go to group fitness classes 6 times per month. Now, at the time I put this together, we were not yet members of the Y. I was actually going to a local fitness place here in our area that's geared towards women that's super fun. And if it were a little closer and if they had childcare, I would be more inclined to continue going there. However, our family joined the Y earlier this year. And so I stopped going to this women focused group fitness business and our family has been going to the Y since earlier this year, and we love it. Quite honestly, it's probably about the same distance as this place from our house, but the Y has childcare, the Y has a pool, and a variety of fitness and wellness resources at your fingertips, including group classes. Which I have to say, I've actually not done a single group class at the Y yet. They have lots that sound like a lot of fun. I tend to go to the gym at all various random hours of the day. And so I don't necessarily like being locked into a group class schedule per se. So, anyway, back to the goal though. I wanted to go 6 times per month. And I have definitely shot this one out of the park because I typically take my daughter with me to the Y. We go at least once a week, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week, depending on what else is going on. So, really happy to share. Check mark on that one. Number 9, doing the group fitness classes 6 times per month. Fitness for us and living a healthy lifestyle, it's not just about checking a box and doing it once or twice a week. We really have gotten into the habit of every day trying to do some type of physical activity and eating healthy meals as well, of course. Now, let's take a quick break. Hey, Secret Mom hackers. Are you a budget savvy family looking for a financial tool that can help you take control of your spending and savings? Well, I've got something fantastic to share with you. Cube Money. Cube Money is the ultimate budgeting solution that's tailor made for families who want to manage their money with ease and precision. Here's why our family loves it. It's just like the envelope system we all know, but digitized. Imagine the simplicity of old school envelope budgeting, but with a modern twist. Cube Money digitizes the envelope system, allowing you to allocate funds to specific spending categories right from your smartphone. It's like having a set of virtual envelopes for groceries, entertainment, and more, all in one app. The whole family benefits. Cube Money isn't just for individuals. It's designed to accommodate the needs of your entire family. You can set up sub-accounts for your spouse and kids, helping everyone stay on the same financial page. It's a powerful tool for teaching financial responsibility to your children. Stress-free savings. Planning for the future is a breeze with Cube Money. You can easily allocate funds for savings goals, whether it's a family vacation, a new home, or an emergency fund. It's all about turning your financial dreams into reality. So if you're ready to simplify your family's budgeting, track your spending with precision, and achieve your financial goals, give Cube Money a try. Visit their website at Cube Money to learn more. That's QUBE money.com to learn more and use the discount code SECRETMOMHACKS, all one word, SECRETMOMHACKS, to get 2 months of their premium or family plans for free. Cube Money, on a mission to see you live more and worry less. Try Cube Money today. Now back to the show. So, okay, number 10, I said that I wanted to get 10 voiceover jobs. Now, I haven't done this one because, quite frankly, I have been making my podcast the priority. So, I haven't really put myself out there much with the voiceover opportunities. That is something that I am continuing to explore for next year. Number 11 was to secure 2 podcast sponsors. So, that one has not happened yet. But I am hopeful that in the coming year, perhaps I will have some sponsored content. This really isn't even anything I have pursued too far either. My focus has just been putting out high quality content and consistently putting that content out on a regular basis every week. And I'm proud to say in the year of 2023, ever since I launched this podcast March 1st, I've never missed a week of this podcast. So that's been my priority versus chasing the money. And my hope is that as I continue to refine my process and as I'm continuing to bring on more guests, at some point, sponsors will come along. I am excited that I started my first affiliate deals. I don't know if you have noticed the ad on the last couple of episodes for Cube Money. It's an app that I wholeheartedly believe in, that our family uses. That is something that I'm excited about because anyone who signs up for Cube using the code Secret Mom Hacks gets 2 months free of that service. And then when they become a paid subscriber, then I get a commission on that as well. So that is one way that I have been moving forward in the monetization of this podcast, which I am excited about. Okay, number 12 on my list was to attend 6 podcast or voiceover meetups. So, don't know if you're familiar with meetups or not, but it's basically when people connect online with a common interest or hobby and then they meet up offline. Now, I am a member of Nashville Podcasters, and there's also a local voiceover artist meetup as well that I have not yet joined. But this year, I think I only made it out to maybe two of the podcast meetups, and I've not attended any of the VO meetups. So that will be something that's going to go on next year's list. Number 13 on my list was to plan a Disney cruise, which we are in the process of doing now. I'm very excited. Our daughter cannot wait. She loves Disney. We haven't been to Disney World yet. I went to Disney World when I was a little kid. I was probably, I think I was in fourth grade, and it was such an amazing experience. But we thought we would dip our toe into the Disney World by planning a Disney cruise. So this one is in progress. By the end of January, we will have that Disney cruise booked, and our whole family is so pumped. I know that's going to be a blast. Okay, number 14 was to pay off all credit card debt, and that is a gold star right there. So happy to share that we are debt free as it relates to credit cards. Yes, I feel like I've lived my entire life, or at least ever since I turned 18, with always carrying some form of credit card debt. That was something my husband and I really prioritized for this year, and we made that happen. And side note, the Cube app that I was sharing about earlier, that was a huge asset to us for helping to pay off that debt. So if you're not familiar with Cube, definitely go check it out. Cube, QUBE money app. Use the code Secret Mom Hacks to get 2 months free off of those plans. Okay. Number 15 was to make bath bombs. I love bath bombs. I love relaxing in the bathtub. And that was something, though, that I did not do this year. I did not make that a priority to make any bath bombs. I have all the ingredients, I have all the things I need to do it. And that's just not something I did this year. I did it the year before, but I am hopeful that in 2024, I will be able to do that again. Number 16 was to buy new headphones for podcasting, which we did. Yay. So, gold star there. Number 17 was to book a rage room experience. I don't know if you're familiar with what a rage room is, but it's basically where you pay a fee and you get to go into a room with, I guess, a bat. I don't know. I haven't done this yet, but it is on my list. This one will go into the 2024 list. You go into a room with a bat and protective gear, and you get to smash things to smithereens. I almost used I almost used a curse word there. You get to smash the heck out of things is all I will say. And for those of us, especially if you've been through a lot, if there's just been a lot that's been happening in your life, it could just feel really good to get those feelings out in just a really non-dangerous way, right? You're not punching any walls, you're not hurting anybody, but you're getting to smash some trash to bits. So that's on my list for next year, and I'm hoping to get a couple of girlfriends to go with me because I think that would just be a blast. Okay, number 18 is to host a game night with friends and family. We didn't do that one either. We have a closet full of board games, card games, all types of games. And my husband and I both actually really enjoy playing games, and we have a few friends that we do tend to play games with. But again, this past year, it seems like it was just so busy that didn't happen. So we're going to host a game night with friends and family in 2024 for sure. Okay, number 19 was to sign up for and run a 10K, which I did. Not only did I run a 10K, I also ran a half marathon this year. So, very excited about that. One of my goals for my 20 and 24 will be to sign up for and run a marathon. I was headed down that path for this year, and due to a running injury, that did not happen, is not happening, at least not for the next couple of months. But by this time next year, my hope is that I will have run a marathon. Okay, number 20, just a few more left. Number 20 was to pick two or three childhood or college friends and schedule a visit with them. That did not happen. Now, again, that's one where maybe we could say that kind of halfway happened. I did have one of my high school friends come visit me here in Tennessee, but my goal with this one was to pick one of those friends and for our family to go visit them. So that didn't happen. That's going to go on next year's list. Number 21 was to run or walk 300 miles by the end of 2023. Y'all, I blew this one out of the water. I checked my mileage back in I think it was August or September, and I had surpassed 300 miles at that point. I think I was at like 600. I don't know, I can't remember. But I just checked my mileage last week to see where I was on this. I moved 1,593 miles this year. That is crazy to me. That's so exciting. So I'm really curious to see what that's going to look like for 2024. I'm probably going to up my original goal a little bit because I know that at least 1,500 miles are doable. So we'll see. We will see what that number looks like for next year. Okay, number 22 was to attend a mom or podcast conference, which I did. I attended Mom 2.0 earlier this year, and I'm already signed up for the one coming up in 2024. It's actually coming here to Nashville, and I am stoked. I will be there. So, anyway, I checked that off my 23 and 23 list, which I'm very happy about. And then my last item, number 23 on this year's list, was actually for my daughter. It was to have less tablet time to focus on more workbooks and flashcards. And this, once again, I would say kind of 50-50 here. It wasn't necessarily a tangible, specific goal. I could have done a little bit better with making that more of a SMART goal, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound, a SMART goal. I did not. I just said less tablet time because my daughter loves the tablet. She loves the iPad. Now we balance it out with learning. It's not like she's just sitting there in a vegetative state watching all of these shows, just feeding her mind brain candy, right? She does have some reading apps. We have math apps. There's lots of learning games that she does on her tablet and on the iPad. However, I do think this is going to go on next year's list. I am going to tweak this just a bit though, just to make it a little more like a SMART goal, not so vague. Because did she have less tablet time? Don't really know. So we'll see. Okay, so those were my 23 and 23. I feel like I did a pretty good job. Like I said, I got well over half of them. And I'm excited to define my 24 and 24. We will see what that looks like. I intend to share that with you as well next month. Now, I encourage you to share your achievements either with me or with your own circle of friends, family. Celebrate those victories, for they are the building blocks of a fulfilling life. So, now that we've taken this moment to revel in some achievements, let's pivot towards the future. As I mentioned, I encourage you to set 24 intentional goals or aspirations for the year ahead because goals give us direction. They infuse our lives with purpose. They're like guideposts steering us towards the people we aspire to be. Now, here's the beauty of Gretchen's approach. It's not just about professional or fitness goals, it's a beautiful medley that includes personal, professional, and self care aspirations. And by having this diverse mix, you're crafting a holistic vision for the year. So let's dive into some examples to make it tangible. For personal goals, it could be something as simple as reading a certain number of books, like I did, learning a new skill, or dedicating time to a hobby you adore. On the professional front, maybe it's about acquiring a new skill that's relevant to your career, taking on a leadership role in a project, or even exploring a new career path altogether. And then the ever important self care goals. This could be committing to a regular mindfulness practice, ensuring you take breaks to recharge, or making time for activities that bring you joy. The magic lies in making these goals specific, measurable, and achievable. Kind of like I was saying, that last one on my list was very vague. So instead of saying less tablet time, you might say limit tablet time to 30 minutes a day, right? Instead of saying exercise more, you might say go for a 30-minute walk 3 times a week. This clarity transforms intentions into actionable steps. So, as we embark on this journey of setting intentions for the upcoming year, it's crucial to acknowledge that setbacks and challenges are not only inevitable, but often integral to the process of growth. Life has its way of throwing curveballs, and that's okay. Let's normalize the idea that setbacks aren't failures, they're detours. Kind of like how I really wanted to run that marathon earlier this month, and I was training for it and envisioning myself crossing that finish line. But you know what? I got a running injury and I still accomplished my goal of running that 10K, right? I had the 10K on my 23 and 23 list. I didn't have the marathon on there, but that's going to go on next year's list. So let's normalize this idea that setbacks aren't failures, they're detours, okay? If you find yourself facing unexpected challenges along the way, know that it's just a natural part of any journey. You're not alone in navigating these twists and turns. One strategy to weather these storms is resilience. Think of it as the sturdy ship that helps you navigate turbulent waters. It's not about avoiding the storms, but about learning to dance in the rain. I want to share a strategy that has been a beacon for me in challenging times: reframing. So, when you're faced with setbacks, try to reframe them as opportunities for growth. What can you learn from this experience? How can it shape you into a stronger, wiser person? What if this didn't happen to me, but for me? Maintaining a positive mindset is another powerful tool. It's not about denying the difficulties, but about cultivating a mindset that sees challenges as stepping stones, not stumbling blocks. Remember, setbacks are not stop signs, they're guidelines urging you to recalibrate your course. Embrace the journey, and when faced with challenges, approach them with a learning mindset. Every setback is a setup for a greater comeback. Now, let's talk about a crucial ingredient in the recipe for goal achievement: a robust support system. While personal goals are, well, personal, sharing them with others can add a layer of accountability and encouragement that can make all the difference. Consider your support system as your cheerleading squad, there to celebrate your victories and lift you up during the defeats. Whether it's friends, family, or a community, having people who genuinely care about your aspirations can be a game changer. So, I encourage you to share your goals. It's not just about putting them out into the world, it's about creating a network of accountability. When others are aware of your intentions, there's a gentle pressure that nudges you forward. Don't underestimate the power of encouragement. Sometimes a simple, "you've got this," from a friend can be the boost you need on a challenging day. Surround yourself with people who believe in your journey and reciprocate that support for them. If you're feeling a bit hesitant about sharing your goals, remember that vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. It takes courage to articulate your dreams and your ambitions. And in that vulnerability, you might find the most incredible support. Now that we've set our goals and built our support systems, it's time for a gentle reminder, an essential lesson in the art of intentional living. Embrace the process, not just the outcome. It's easy to get so fixated on the destination that we forget to relish the journey. Life, much like achieving goals, is a series of moments, each with its unique flavor and lesson. It's about the day to day experiences, the growth that happens in the quiet moments, and the small victories that often go unnoticed. Consider this: the person you become in pursuit of your goals is often more transformative than the goals themselves. The journey is a classroom, and every step a lesson. So, as you work towards your aspirations, take a moment to appreciate the growth, the learning, and the person you're becoming. Life is fluid, and so is this path to achieving your goals. It's okay to adapt and evolve. In fact, it's not just okay, it's necessary. The ability to pivot, to learn from experiences, and to continuously improve is a superpower. Embrace a mindset of continuous improvement. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Each day is a chance to refine, to learn, and to become a better version of yourself. Remember, the journey is not a straight line, it's a dance of progress and adaptation. And there we have it, a journey from reflection to anticipation, weaving together the wisdom of the past with the possibilities of the future. So before we part ways today, let's summarize the key points that we've explored in this episode. We started by acknowledging the importance of reflection, recognizing the challenges and triumphs of the past year. Reflecting isn't just that glance backward, it's a deliberate act of understanding, learning, and growing. From there, we explored Gretchen Rubin's 23 and 23 concept, a roadmap for intentional living. Setting goals isn't just about achieving outcomes, it's about the journey, the growth, and the person you become in the process. We navigated the terrain of setbacks and challenges, understanding that they're not roadblocks, but opportunities for resilience and learning. A positive mindset and a support system are your allies in this journey. And as we wrapped up, we highlighted the importance of sharing your goals and building a network of accountability. Your aspirations are worth celebrating, and there's power in vulnerability. Lastly, we embrace the idea of enjoying the process, understanding that the journey is where the magic happens. Life is a continuous dance of progress and adaptation. So, as we stand on the brink of a new year filled with unknown possibilities and untapped potential, I want to express my excitement for the journey ahead. Thank you for joining me today on Secret Mom Hacks. I hope this episode has ignited a spark of inspiration and reflection in your heart and your mind. As you set your intentions for the coming year, remember that you are the author of your story and the adventure awaits. As we wrap today, I just want to share that gentle reminder that it's hard to take care of those you love if you're not taking care of yourself. So remember to stay hydrated, make time for a 5 to 10 minute walk around your office, house, wherever you can, or if you can squeeze in a 30-minute activity that will get your heart rate up and make you sweat amazing. Don't forget to wash your face and slather on a great overnight moisturizer before bed and sunscreen in the morning. Your skin will thank you. I appreciate you spending time with me today and hope you found today's topic helpful. If that's the case, please subscribe for free if you haven't already. Give me a 5-star rating and leave a review sharing your favorite takeaway so far. Make sure you stop by secretmomhacks.com where you can find transcripts, resources, and more. Stay tuned for next week's episode where I will see you in 2024. And until then, you've got this, mama.